We're already in May, and I know that April was a very intense time for many. So we had the lunar eclipse on April 15th, and it had such great impact. And if we think about it metaphorically, the Earth's shadow eclipses the moon. That's my cat in the background there. She's meowing at that. Our human shadows are eclipsing or crossing over the luminous, intuitive, feminine offerings of the moon. This is the light. So during moments like this, we're forced to face repressed memories and feelings, and that has been coming through for so many people. We also had the solar eclipse in late April, where the crossover between the rational, creative force of the sun and again the intuitive feeling nature of the moon both aligned, bringing up anything that needed to be surfaced for your full attention. So that created a lot of intensity in general, and the moon comes through in the cards again today. So I've put them here as the first cards because this energy from April is carrying through to May. So these eclipses have brought about great clearing, and there will be another set of them again in October actually. And 2014 in general is a very cleansing year, and we're clearing out so many aspects of our lives. So this is a really powerful transformational time. In fact, to represent that sense of transformation, I think I'll just show you this card here, which is the person here who's transforming, or half is a lion, and it's a sense of transmutation. And I'm guided to say with this card that we are transforming beings, that there's no sense of closure at the moment. So this is a continuing energy. It's like you can say to yourself, I'm in progress, I'm I'm processing, so not quite done. And so I feel that for May the energy will be not quite completed, but things will be finishing and opening up for you. So trust in this process, and also believe in the power of yourself. Trust that you have the power to get through this, and that you're developing and transforming into a higher being, a stronger being, a more aligned and balanced feeling. And that message just came through now. See how there's a center point here. So there's a sense of balance between the two sides. And the angels are just telling me now the heart shape. I've never seen this before, and I've had this card so many times. Okay, they're saying that to trust in your heart, and all the answers are in your heart. This is again about intuition, which I'll mention in a moment. See this grey hair? They're pointing out to the wisdom too, the wisdom and the intuition that you have behind you, and the gold there also represents that. The red represents the root chakras. So these are the lower chakras, which also connect with May being the 5th month of the year. So I speak about that numerology, as well as the Taurus energy, for May in my newsletter Awakening Spirit. And in my newsletter I always just give you a bit more in-depth intuition for the month, the energies that are coming through. So Taurus is all about the physical, and that's what this is representing here. So you're going through physical as well as spiritual changes with the purple here. A lot of change and transformation. And May as a 5 number, the 5th month, is all about transformation. So it's all emerging through so if you look through this picture, you might be receiving messages for yourself. So coming back to the moon energy, the moon represents intuition and the feminine, as I mentioned before, and it's really powerful, and it's saying, look into this, look into yourself, look into your soul. And you see the black here, and I also speak about the color black and white in my newsletter to give you further meaning, but this is like a galaxy here. It's exploring the transformational and mystical worlds, and there's a door here, and the door is about to open and reveal something new, and that's quite a bit of a message that will continue through in the other cards as well. So they're saying trust, and the angels are saying right now to trust in your intuition. She's holding up the moon there. Trust in the processes, trust in the cycles, which I'm feeling. Also, we have the water behind here, and the cleansing that I've been speaking about. So much cleansing that we've been going through, and there is a sunshine on the horizon for you. So in the moon period, so that means not only the eclipses that happened in April, but the moon cycles of May. So we have the full moon in Scorpio and a new moon in Gemini, and I explain that in more detail in my newsletter as well. So these periods have their own energies, and also any time that there's a full moon, or that there's moon cycles, it's important time for psychic insights, and there's so many events happening behind the scenes. The full moon brings about releasing, and so many of us have fears, obstacles, challenges, doubts, worries that that are holding us back, and this is a really big major grand swoop of those fears. They're also showing, the angels are pointing out to me right now, see how this being has her hand out pointing towards these two posts here, which to me, if you've seen my videos before, I've mentioned the 11 gateway, like the number 11. So the two posts, it's a doorway, a gateway to walk through. And we have the dog here, and a dog represents loyalty, faithfulness. And the angels and guides are saying right now that they're here with you. Even if you don't feel that at times, they are always by your side. They will never ever leave you. You are never alone. That is a message for you. The water here, again, all this cleansing. So they are with you throughout this process of cleansing, and new doorways, gateways will open to a sunny horizon ahead. There's also another dog sign in another card that I'm going to show you soon too. Okay, so let's have a look. Pop these cards up. Okay, so our spirits are pushing us to be brave. So look back at this card here, to be brave and to move past those doubts and fears that I mentioned, and the seeming inner and outer chaos that seems to spring forward and hit us. And often catch us unaware. And when this happens, they're like little gremlins that take hold of you. And during those times, it's hard to see the light or the colour white. And so it's like a big, thick, black smog around you. We're going through so much energetic upheaval. Planetary and other forces are pushing us to dig deep into our recesses where we harbour all of our fears and buried memories and past hurts, childhood, family relationship issues, older negative behavioural patterns, obstacles, challenges. The shadows are pulling us in so we can learn lessons on a massive scale and release. It is such a giant upheaval and clearing that so many of us are feeling it. It's like a grand washdown, and we're feeling sensitive and overload, and it makes us feel askew and not know where's the left or right and what's going on. So knowing that this is all happening behind the scenes helps you. So having the awareness of the energetic influences helps you in all aspects of your life. I want to say that, see the self-acceptance card here? This is really saying that to accept yourself and accept the changes that are happening to you. You might be feeling sensitive, naked, vulnerable, compromised. I feel like this angel here is holding up a mirror, so that's the shadow aspects. People are mirroring things. We're drawing people to us to mirror what we need to release and recognize first, and then release within ourselves. And this is happening here, and it's all happening in divine timing. And it was just divine timing that I put those two cards together like that. So I'm doing this spontaneously, so just a little chuckle from the angels there. So everything's happening in divine timing. Keep your eye on that target. So we've got the bow and arrow there. So I'm thinking two things representing love and romance and seeking that, and a greater sense of love and romance. And I'll talk about relationships soon. But also anything that you want to achieve. So keeping your eye on those targets there. Okay, so being aware of shifts helps you gain better control of your life. And again, this power card really represents that as well. So prepare to let go, surrender, and break through so you can break free. Now, situations are ending. So see in this card here, and actually I love that these two cards came out. This is the Archangel Power Tarot pack. This is the Angel Tarot, both by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. And they happen to both be the same card. So that's by no coincidence. 10 of Michael or 10 of Air. So this is about the mental, but also Archangel Michael coming through. I'm being told that now that he has been with us in April and also in May, his energy is really strong, and you can connect with him to make you feel more protected and more confident during this time. He's saying that there's been a definite closing of the curtain. So it's like life is like you're on a stage, isn't it? It's like we're all acting in a giant play with all these mini plays and happenings, and the curtains are closing on this old play, and they're opening up or about to open into a new backdrop. So situations are ending. You can finally feel free. But what I'm feeling is, and I think I mentioned it before, is there's no sense of completion here. It's just starting to. You're in progress. You're in process. So there won't be a sense of completion on that. New opportunities for happiness are following. And this is about putting the past behind you. This ballerina here is bowing down and saying her final goodbye. So bravo to that. And in this card here, same card, different images, slightly different meanings, of course, always. So see how these unicorns look like they've just been through this major storm and they've been stuck in the forest for weeks, and they're finally emerging through. And I feel like emerging is a key word here, just emerging. And it says that a difficult situation is ending. Okay, so with every ending, there's a new beginning for us to embrace these changes and shifts, for us to start to expect that things are getting better and good things are going to happen. This can also represent recovering from any kind of physical addiction or physical ailment, or something sort of like a stranglehold. I'm feeling something that has been holding you down or pinning you back. So breaking through and breaking free from that, as well as any negative behavioral patterns, because we have miracles coming through and shining through. Okay, that these new doors are opening new avenues for you. So keep your hold of your divine light within you, and I feel that in the heart and the throat chakra. So this is about communication as well as keeping aligned in the center of your heart. Again, Archangel Michael comes through. So see how he is so brave, strong and valiant, like the power card with the lion. And again, the dog, there is the dog. So the angels and guides are with you. Look how the paw is just over the boat. And if you have a pet, you know how they do this. And it's just their way of showing love and being relaxed. And again, the sense of faithfulness and loyalty. And you will get through this. You'll get through these rocky waters. And there's rocks and obstacles in your path, and there's the grey smog I mentioned before, and look at all the chaos and the lightning and the storm, and you will get through. There's such power in the card that I feel like just putting this card next to it. Okay, so you are powerful and you can manifest your own power, and this is starting to happen. It's like breaking through for you is what I'm feeling. Oh, I'm running out of time. Okay, so so you can have a sigh of relief as these changes happen. There'll be new, excellent business ventures, prosperity happening for you, beautiful new energy, material and spiritual prosperity, and just in relationships, just watch that you spend some time thinking about being with those you love and how you're affected by masculine, feminine energies. I'm running out of time, so I've got to go, but there's more details in my newsletter. Love you loads. Thanks for listening, and see you next month.